My neighbor kept parking in my driveway. So I parked behind him and went out of town. The first time my neighbor parked in my driveway, I thought it was a mistake. I came home from work and saw a silver SUV sitting right in the middle of it like it belonged there. I knocked on the neighbor's door and a guy I'd barely spoken to before answered. I told him his car was in my driveway. He didn't even apologize. He just said, yeah, I needed somewhere to park for a bit. Then he moved it like he was doing me a favor. I figured it was a one-time thing. It wasn't. A few days later it happened again. Same SUV, same spot, same attitude. I walked over and asked him to stop parking there because it blocked my car in. He shrugged and said the street was always full and my driveway was usually empty anyway. That's when I realized this wasn't a mistake. He actually thought it was fine to use my driveway whenever he felt like it. For the next couple of weeks it kept happening. Sometimes for 20 minutes, sometimes for hours. I left notes on the windshield. I asked him politely more than once. Every time he acted like I was overreacting. One day he even laughed and said, relax, it's not like you're using it all the time. That's when I stopped arguing with him. A few days later he did it again. I came home and saw his SUV sitting in my driveway like it owned the place. But this time I didn't knock on his door. I didn't leave a note. Instead, I pulled my car into the driveway behind his and parked so close he couldn't get out. Then I grabbed my suitcase from the trunk. See, the part he didn't know was that I was leaving town that afternoon for a work trip. 5 days. I locked my car, called a ride to the airport, and left his SUV completely trapped in my driveway. My phone started ringing the next morning. I didn't answer. Then came the texts. First angry, then desperate. Apparently he had to get to work and couldn't move his car. He asked me to come back and move mine. I told him I was out of town and reminded him he shouldn't be in my driveway anyway. By day 3 he was begging. By day 4 he was apologizing. When I finally got home 5 days later, his SUV was gone and there was a handwritten note taped to my door. It said, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And you know what? It never did. Funny how people suddenly learn boundaries when it becomes their problem.